Hola, how is everyone? I hope good. I am Sunny with Healing Power Divine Universe, and I'm here with a reading on um, the Divine Feminine going through a journey towards the truth. Are you a Divine Feminine? Do you think you're Divine Feminine? This Divine Feminine is going through a journey towards the truth of what's been going on in this Divine Feminine's life, who's been involved, what's been going on, and so on. This is my third video today. This is completely awesome because I haven't had very much energy and I've been pretty down lately. So this is really, sparking up the journey that we are on and the information I'm needing to give that I haven't been giving enough of. It takes forever for it to upload on my internet, my Wi-Fi. The company that I went with really sucks, but it is what it is. So it typically takes all day to upload one video, which is absolutely ridiculous. So again, that's why my videos have not been coming as frequently as they typically are. With that being said, if you have not subscribed to my channel, I would greatly appreciate it if you would. Hit that subscribe button, hit that bell notification so you're notified when I upload more videos. And like and share this video if you think others can benefit from my messages. Otherwise, let's get started. So the first 5 cards I pulled are from my index pile. And the first one is family involved. So this Divine Feminine is really on a journey to recognize that her family has been involved in the situation that she's been going through. It could have been karmic family members such as parents, step-parents, sisters, brothers, daughters, sons, cousins, anyone and everyone that, is involved in a family unit. I'm hearing that this family was involved in a negative way in this Divine Feminine's life. They were very jealous of her light. They knew who she was, or from day one, the day that she was born, they could see the light and love that this woman was producing as a child and throughout her life. So they've really hindered her growth throughout her life. Sorry, my dogs are coming in here. Hi, Puddle. Hi, baby. Go lay down. Let me pause the video and go take my dog outside. I'll be right back. Okay, sorry about that. This Divine Feminine is really seeing the truth of her family being involved in this journey in a good or bad way. It doesn't always have to be bad, but I've channeled a lot of bad things regarding a family, regarding money, regarding, spiritual warfare. So again, I feel like there is a Divine Feminine that is going through this with their family and with, the people around them. The second index card I pulled is corruption. So this Divine Feminine has gone through a journey that has been, involving corruption, meaning that people have used and abused their authority in this Divine Feminine's life and, throughout this journey. If it was family members paying off, authorities to arrest this person, or, corruption where this Divine Feminine might have lost her child due to corruption, not because she was a bad parent. It could have been, with the finances, with the money, with the inheritances, insurance frauds, life insurance frauds, IRS fraud, and so on. So corruption has been a really big part of this Divine Feminine's journey, and that's a tremendous thing to go through because you unfortunately cannot turn to people that you should be able to turn to for help. So that's one thing that she's been facing. Also, fake marriages. So maybe this Divine Feminine was married to somebody and it was a completely false marriage that this Divine Feminine had no idea about. She married somebody, a man, I'm assuming, or, or a woman, or, put it as whatever resonates with you. But this marriage was completely false. This marriage was to probably steal this Divine Feminine's energy and money and ideas and, anything and everything that this Divine Feminine was building for herself and for a family. With the fake marriages, they could have came in to disrupt this Divine Feminine's life, to really hinder her growth in her spiritual aspect in life in general. So this Divine Feminine definitely has had a heartbreak when it came to a marriage. Also, this Divine Feminine's family could be faking marriages also. People could be faking marriages with this divine feminine. Maybe they are falsifying documents stating that they're married to this divine feminine because she has money. This journey has been, again, very long and difficult. This has been a journey that's been an eye-opener not only for the divine feminine, but for the people around this divine feminine in society, towards, good versus evil. Of course, the devil's always going to be lurking in each one of our lives, but especially around a divine feminine, because they have a purpose here. They have a destiny to fulfill. They're more than likely this divine feminine has been waiting for her divine masculine for her entire life, and they've been kept apart because when they come together, they're the power couple. They heal the world. They heal the universe. They really help people move towards God and away from the devil and the things that keep us bound to the devil and the darkness. We have faking psychic abilities. So this divine feminine obviously has psychic abilities, So I'm assuming that the people were accusing this divine feminine of faking having psychic abilities, maybe accusing her of being schizophrenic, doing anything and everything to make this divine feminine look like she wasn't the divine feminine, that she wasn't spiritual gifted, that she wasn't psychic, that the things she talks about and, sees and knows are just all the works of the devil or of a sickness like schizophrenia, or of, being on some type of narcotic or drug. I know for a fact if you are a divine feminine, you are very gifted because that comes along with it, that you stand in your power, and a lot of people don't like that. And you see things that people don't see because you're so connected to God himself. So this faking psychic abilities are people in this divine feminine's life, a community, acquaintances, or just, even people she doesn't even know, accusing her of having fake psychic abilities. The last index card are family lies. So she's been on a journey to really discover the family lies that she has never seen. Maybe she had, I don't know why I'm burping, intuition regarding these family lies. Maybe she was, turning a blind eye to them. Maybe she was manipulated to believe, this family, or they were just upstanding people, and that's how the world sees them. And, you just never know. But there's been a ton of family lies in this divine feminine's life. So she's been definitely on a journey towards the truth to finding this stuff out. The channel messages I have are not, there's only 3 of them. I'm sorry, 3, 4, 5 of them, but they're pretty long. So again, this is only going to resonate with a handful of people. Obviously, not everybody in the world's a divine feminine. People need to realize that also. So here we go. The first one I have is money. Money's been on the top of the list. The divine feminine's going through a journey towards the truth of why, her money hasn't came through, why she hasn't been successful as successful as she should be. Why maybe her family's, there was a lot of corruption in her life, why her family has a ton of lies. I feel that this divine feminine has been stolen from by many members of her family, by friends, by community, just because those people are connected to the dark, and of course the divine feminine is of the light. We have family stole divine feminine's life by making her look crazy, an addict, a black sheep, a prostitute, a criminal, a bad mother, daughter, sister, aunt, and friend. So this divine feminine's family stole her life by, creating conflict and chaos and obstacles and lies and slander and gossip all around this divine feminine's life. The reason why is because she is connected to people that are of the dark. Obviously, the divine feminine is of the light, definitely protrudes that energy. And these people did not like that they could not bring this divine feminine with all this power that this divine feminine holds and has into their world. And I think what happened is the divine feminine went on an awakening, on a journey, and God himself is showing the truth about this family. This family is trying to cover it up by making this divine feminine look crazy, making her look like she's an addict, even had her believing she was an addict, a black sheep of their family, no good, just a piece of shit. They even said she prostituted for a living. She probably has a criminal background that they've set up and, put her in certain situations to get that criminal background. Corruption is one of those ways. A bad mother, and this divine feminine is the ultimate, most loving person. She is the mother of all queens in the deck. I mean, so you can see where I'm going with this. Okay, this one's really long. It's everyone hated divine feminine because of setups, slander, gossip, false accusation. Hated divine feminine because she is the chosen one, excuse me. Gifts from God, the Empress, and said divine feminine is a devil worshiper because of the gifts God created in her and using those gifts to give the messages God is asking the divine feminine to share and deliver. Especially when people are disrespecting a chosen one, but hurting God himself by doing this to the divine feminine. This divine feminine is a chosen one of God's gifts to the universe, to the people around. This is an earth angel. This is a gift from God to help this world be a better place, for, the light and love to be shown and for the darkness to, be removed out of people's lives. This divine feminine has came into contact with probably most of you and most of the people in their community, and these people never knew exactly who they were fucking with. Well, they're learning because these people obviously have slandered, they stole this divine feminine's life because they didn't like that she was, from light and love, and they're from the dark and the devil. So they started slandering her name. They started, calling her a whore, a prostitute, telling people she had STDs, that, anything and everything that you could imagine was said about this divine feminine. But in reality, what was happening is, sure, it was affecting this divine feminine in a positive way, because it was really shedding a light on who people are, how to really recognize, people that are good and people that are bad, manipulation, being able to stand up for yourself and, knowing that the higher power has her back when no one else does, when everybody abandons you, but she keeps moving forward because she knows that she's on this journey for a reason. God has her in that spot where she's at in her life for a reason. And eventually, she's going to reach up and there's going to be a hand there from the higher power pulling her out into a better life, the life that she's always deserved. But this family and, people and friends and just ignorance of people not understanding, spirituality, understanding spiritual warfare, understanding dark versus light, and people choosing the dark because they think they go further in life and quicker and they become rich. But in reality, they're just digging a hole for themselves. This divine feminine had to go through this journey to become the person that she is today, to have learned to cut people out, like the Queen of Swords, the Queen of Pentacles, to really watch her money, not be so fruitful with it, not allow people to come in and manipulate her. The Queen of Fire, the Queen of Wands, to really, stand in her power, her strength, her fierce, her lionhood. And then, of course, the Queen of Cups is the most loving, sensitive person, emotional, but she also is a person that, yeah, she will give and give and give, but you step in her boundaries, she's going to fucking kick your ass because she's not a weenie. People think that people that are emotional and loving unconditionally are just people that are going to just keep being kicked and kicked and kicked. Well, eventually that person breaks. So that's, and that's what this family also does too, is this person is a very loving, unconditionally person. They just nitpick at her, they gaslight her, they slander her name, they, cause conflict in her life constantly. It's like they're always nitpicking. So eventually this, divine feminine's like, fuck you. You want to fuck with me? I'm going to kick your ass, or I'm done with it. Whatever a person does. This is a warrior. This is a goddess, pretty much. This is a person that is sent here to stop all the people in the dark. That's why this divine feminine's life has been so traumatic and so stressful, and just things happening in this divine feminine's life that people are like, man, that doesn't happen to anyone, let alone, more than once. And, people open your eyes to what is going on and why this is happening. Because I'll tell you, there's not one person that doesn't talk about this divine feminine. Not one person that knows this divine feminine. Literally, their family wanted everybody to hate them, but in reality, they made them even more popular with people because people can't stop talking about the divine feminine. That is on this journey. That's God's plan. God always has a plan for everything. Spent divine feminine's retrograde. Spent divine feminine's inheritance and are caught and arrested. So they spent this divine feminine's inheritance from maybe their mother, from their grandparents, from their father, any type of inheritance. Also, it says stole a home from divine feminine, family, and it says brothers, sisters, and daughter, and stole it and kept all the, and sold it and kept all the money. So this home was left to this divine feminine. But this family, these brothers, sisters, and this daughter decide, well, she doesn't deserve it. We're selfish. We should have received that. She didn't ever, do anything to deserve that. Or she doesn't deserve it because she's a heroin addict or she's a prostitute. Your family's supposed to love you and help you progress in life, not steal from you and hinder your growth even more than where you're at. That just shows like jealousy, envy, selfishness, greed, being bound to the dark, succubuses. Just nasty, nasty fucking people that are worshiping the wrong higher power. This divine feminine is nothing but love and light. This is God's right hand, just like the divine masculine's God's left hand, or vice versa. These are two people that God chose to come make the world better, to shine their love and light. And they go through these karmic relationships to grow and expand and become these strong empress or emperor people. So these people, all they're doing is causing so much fucking karma. But in reality, they really have hindered this divine feminine's life any way possible. The last one I have, and this one's kind of a little bit wish-washy, because then, of course, my arrows, if you've watched my videos, when they're done with the messages and they draw arrows, it said, stole vehicles and property and sold them too. No money went to the divine feminine, even though it was all hers. So there was also vehicles that were taken from this divine feminine that were sold. This divine feminine never authorized the property or vehicles because this divine feminine didn't know about it. Or they were, surrendered to the higher power and is allowing the higher power to take care of this. That's typically what a divine feminine will do. They will surrender and know that their angels, guides, ancestors, the higher power, God himself, is fighting this battle for them. So the first arrow is pointed to hers. So it is hers, vehicles and property. The second one is vehicles. The third is stole. The fourth one is sold. The fifth one goes to property. And then the last one goes to though. So though it was hers, they went ahead and took it, sold it, and then the divine feminine never got anything out of it. They all took the money and do whatever, or they're holding it back from her because they don't think she deserves it, and they don't like her, and she really represents the love and light that they don't have in their life. So, and then the last thing that I have is jail. You can see how they wrote home, because I am an automatic writer. And then this is what jail looks like, if you can see it. I know it's too bright in here, but so this family, these brothers, sisters, and daughter are all facing jail time. The truth is out, people. Spirit, it is divine timing. Definitely, Spirit has had enough watching people definitely hurt a divine feminine and a divine masculine. I'll do the divine masculines reading after this, but okay, so let's move on to the tarot cards. Now, the people that are involved in this journey with this divine feminine or the divine feminine could be a Capricorn or Aquarius. We have Saturn Wisdom card. We have the Wheel of Fortune, Destiny in reverse. Now, with this Wheel of Fortune coming out in reverse, the divine feminine's destiny has been, hindered by all of this stuff. They were trying to block this divine feminine's destiny. Now, people, in reality, a divine feminine is chosen by God himself to come here, to serve a destiny, to serve their life destiny. They're destined to be here, to be going through the journey they're going through. but to also still fulfill their life purpose here in a good way. This family, this and friends and, fake marriages and all this stuff was to knock this divine feminine off her destiny. But in reality, the higher power used these people and allowed them to reap all this karma as they were hurting this divine feminine, to teach this divine feminine to be the divine feminine. I mean, I hope that makes sense. This divine feminine started off as whatever zodiac sign they are. If they're emotions, water signs, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. They're fire signs, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. Swords, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, and then earth signs, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. So if it was a Cancer, let's say, they started off as this queen. Well, actually, they started off as a page of cups, and then they moved on to, the knight, and then they moved on to the queen or king. Same with the divine masculine. They all then go through this journey. This divine feminine goes through this journey so she can represent every queen in the deck until she makes it to all four. Then she becomes the empress. I want to point out that the divine feminine is also the high priestess. So this shows you how powerful this divine feminine is, that all these people have been fucking over, stole this divine feminine's life by making her look crazy, an addict, a black sheep, a prostitute, criminal, bad mother, daughter, sister, friend, anything and everything. So in reality, these people never knew who they were truly fucking with. And if they did, they were stupid, thinking that they could ever do this to a chosen one, to the divine feminine, without any, what is that word? Without anything happening to them back. And what they did is, what Spirit did is this divine feminine had to learn all these things going through this journey. And this divine feminine is at the end. And the divine feminine sees this for what it is finally, sees the truth, sees the manipulation, sees through the lies, and she's psychic as fuck. She's, telling their secrets. They're freaking out. The truth is out. People are like, whoa, what the hell? And so on and so on. So they wanted to hinder the destiny of the divine feminine. It's destined. It's written in the stars that this divine feminine is going to be rich, successful, loving, kind, a public figure that's going to speak out for, inspirational things, speak out about her journey, about the things people have done to her, and so on. We have innocence. So this divine feminine obviously was innocent. She probably had her innocence taken away when she was a child. I'm hearing that right away. The family, like I said, they knew who this person was, or they knew this person was a chosen one of the light. They probably tried to sacrifice this divine feminine, and the devil's like, what the fuck are you doing? You can't sacrifice a divine feminine. And these ignorant people that, want to be witches and warlocks and, do black magic and just be selfish people linked to the devil, were like, oh, okay, well, if we can't hinder her, or we can't give her to the devil, then we're going to hinder her life. So then she never progresses further than us. We're going to take everything from her. We're going to try and steal her light, her love, her energy. And in reality, what they were doing is just building karma. Like there was somebody writing, every time somebody fucked this divine feminine over, Joe Blow stole her money. Her sister stole her house. This man faked a marriage with her. This friend turned on her, talks about her. They send spells and black magic to hinder this woman. And it just built up because we're talking for a long time. So the divine needed this divine feminine to be done with her journey. It was her that was holding it up because she wasn't seeing the truth of who was really hurting her. She was still allowing fake people to come in and, manipulate her and so on. Well, the divine said, fuck, no more. This divine feminine's been through enough. Let's pull her out. This divine feminine's been in hiding. She's been a hermit. She's not, going out. She's not speaking to anybody. She's regaining her energy. And that's when God, her angels, her guides, her ancestors came down, and they're kicking some motherfucking ass because they're pissed off and they're sick of watching this divine feminine struggle because a bunch of selfish, dark assholes, pretty much. Complacency. She needed to move out of complacency. She also needed to be in this complacency because, you know what, we need to be able to feel our emotions. We need to recognize why we're feeling this way. Who did this to us? who we need to cut out, what we need to cut out of our own minds, the way we think, the way that we react, anything, the people, the family causing complacency in this divine feminine's life by keeping her broke, keeping her reputation like she's a piece of shit, taking her children away, her brothers, sisters, everybody abandoning her, them telling everybody that she's crazy, that she's an addict, anything and everything to cover up what they were going through. They were causing this complacency in this divine feminine's life. Well, again, this divine feminine was meant to go through everything she's gone through to help her become the woman that she is, or she's about to step into. And she is a very powerful woman. And these people never truly knew who they were fucking with. They just thought, this is a woman that is kind and loving and naive and stupid, and we can steal this, we can do this, we can do this, we can do this. We're jealous of her because of this and this and this and this and this. We want to stop her destiny. And in reality, they weren't stopping her at all. They were helping her grow into, again, the Empress. And now those motherfuckers are reaping their karma. And it's so great that a lot of them are dying. They're losing everything. The FBI has been definitely investigating this. The higher power stepped in and said, no more. You truly didn't know who you were fucking with. The divine used this divine feminine, obviously, to wipe out all these people, to really show them who's in charge. It's not the devil. It's not greed. It's not selfishness. It's not, sexual addictions and drug addictions. It is God himself. And again, God is here making his presence known right now. So the next card is complexity. It is Aries, Virgo, and Scorpio. So an Aries, Virgo, and Scorpio are involved in this. We have a Sagittarius, the Voyager. Now this could represent the divine feminines, a zodiac sign, or it could represent anyone and everyone that was trying to hinder this destiny of this divine feminine. That's been part of her journey towards the truth. We have the King of Cups, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. King of Cups to me represents Cancer, something to do with understanding. This could definitely represent the divine feminine too. Could be somebody coming in to offer this cup of love to the divine feminine. It also could be a man that's just a very selfish, emotional asshole, is what I just heard, that, is too afraid to speak out his emotions. They're also telling me this King of Cups could have been a shark, because you see two sharks swimming behind him. That was part of this family. So if you have, by chance, a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, more than likely a Cancer brother, father, stepbrother, boyfriend, anyone like that, this is probably, they're wanting your understanding now. Or they're starting to understand who they were truly fucking with and really why they were part of this journey. Because I'm telling you, this divine feminine has gone through one hell of a fucking journey. And I'm telling you, the people that are involved in it are like exhausted. This divine feminine is exhausted. God himself is exhausted. That's why divine timing is here right now. I'm going to pause this for just a minute. This divine feminine came here to bring the world together. We are the world. This is a sign of the universe. This is a sign that this divine feminine was a gift to all these people in the world. And all these people were hindering the destiny. She's destined to make and heal this world. And the people that are bound to the dark, the people that are bound to the devil, have been trying to stop that. We all know, if you are spiritual, that definitely they do not want the divine feminine and divine masculine to come together, because they're going to be very powerful. They're going to help heal the world. They are here to enlighten people. They also are here to enlighten children in the way that children change. We're not living in a world of, generation after generation of us worshiping the devil, or being, haters, or setting people up, making false accusations, helping somebody have a criminal background, spreading lies about them being an addict, a prostitute, a bad mother. This divine feminine is going to stop this. That's what the journey's about. It was making her strong enough to listen to people gossip about her and still keep moving forward. To have their children taken away, but to still know that they can still keep moving. To really show people between dark and light. to bring the karma to the people. That is true. There are people used to give karma to other people, and especially a divine feminine, because the journey that she goes through are with people that are from the dark, are not from the up and up. Ooh, sorry, the energies just got tremendous. To, enlighten the world to a better place, to make it more, sunny, to make it more shine, to bring, the darkness and bring the light back into everyone's life and to heal this world. We have Scorpio, 8th house intimacy. So there's a Scorpio that's involved in this. We have 6 of Swords, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius in reverse, calm. So they were, there's an air sign that was trying to create so much conflict in this woman's life that she would not be able to face it calmly. She is learning how to do that, but she's also learning how to stand her ground. Again, you can see the sharks in this card. There are air signs that were, putting, swords in the back of this divine feminine, trying to, take all the calmness out of her life, to disrupt it, to cause conflict and quarreling, to cause this divine feminine to lose her temper, to, act out of character, anything like that. But, we're all human. This divine feminine is a human being also. She had to release the control of people. People wanted control of her. And you can see this man, he just looks really pissed off, and he's not letting go, and he's slamming his fist down, and it's my way or the highway. And this divine feminine, busted through all those fucking obstacles that, her family were putting in her way, that the devil was putting in her way to stop her from, fulfilling her destiny is what it is. That's what it comes down to. This family was very controlling. They wanted to control this divine feminine. They wanted to pull her into the dark, into their illegal actions, into, their sicknesses, their sex addictions, their drug addictions, their, selfishness, their greed. They all have made people believe that this divine feminine was all those things, but in reality, she was of the light. She was the chosen one that these people were fucking with. And then now all of their dark, the facade has been broke. People see the darkness and they see the light, and they're understanding now why this has been going on, because this is something that has been very public. It was something to humiliate this divine feminine, to keep everybody looking at this divine feminine like she was the criminal. She was doing the illegal stuff. She was killing people. She was molesting children. She was in a cult. She was worshiping the devil. But in reality, it was everyone that was causing all of that. That is the things I just listed off. And the divine feminine was going through this journey so she could become the divine feminine. But she also, what these people don't know, is she did heal people on the way. She's a healer also, a healer from God. God is here. This divine feminine represents God. This divine feminine is these people that were going against God himself, going against a gift that he gave the world to heal the world. There isn't a million divine feminines. I'm sorry, I don't believe that. I believe that there is, obviously people going through this situation that are moving up to be a divine feminine. I don't believe that there are thousands and millions of divine feminines in the world. I do believe there's light workers, star seeds. That is my opinion. Please take it just as you will. Abundance. So also the first one was money. This divine feminine also had to relate to everyone on her journey. So this divine feminine has been poor and broke. This is what the divine feminine gets at the end of the rainbow. This is what they were trying to block. This is why people were keeping her bound and stuck and asking people for $20 for a pack of cigarettes, or, they really just wanted this person to be in chaos and conflict and upset and depressed and not feel worthy. And in reality, they just created that for themselves. They created this abundance right here for the divine feminine because she mastered this, just like she mastered everything in her life. Now these people are receiving their karma, and they're going to watch her glow up as they're going to be up here, but they'll never dig their way out. That's unfortunate. And then the last card I pulled is Pluto transformation. So again, transformation, this divine feminine was going through, and all the people that were involved. Again, this is Scorpio, so Scorpio's out here twice. I feel like I'm hearing that Scorpio isn't the divine feminine. Scorpio was very involved in doing this to this divine feminine. So take it as you will. You could be a divine feminine that's a Scorpio. I don't believe so. I believe, honestly, that the divine feminines are water signs, but they are not Scorpio. So with that being said, I am sending so much love, so many positive vibes and peace each and every day. Thank you for watching my channel. I love you all so much.